Welcome back once again. It's time for another monthly discussion with my friend James Beard. James, thank you for coming back. Well, this time around, I know you're not, that up to date on the WWE or, other more mainstream wrestling, but I know you know that Wrestlemania was a few weeks ago, and something that goes hand in hand with Wrestlemania is the Hall of Fame. So I had two questions about the Hall of Fame and just wanted to get your thoughts on it. And I don't know if you've worked with them in the past. I would think you probably have, but I wanted to get your thoughts on the Rock and Roll Express finally going into the WWE Hall of Fame. Just out of curiosity, since this is actually something we haven't touched on, back in the day, did the NWA title, who decided to win? Was the NWA Tag Team title wins decided the same way as the World title, or? Well, I find that pretty interesting. The other thing about the Hall of Fame that I wanted to ask you about was Jim Cornette and the fact that he was able to induct the Rock and Roll Express. Yeah. Just seeing Jimmy back for a WWE sponsored event was kind of amazing in itself. Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anybody who probably would have been better in introducing or inducting the band to that Hall of Fame. I'm glad Jimmy got the chance to do that.
Mm-hmm. I agree completely. I agree completely with you that Jimmy was by far the best choice, and I will just say this, that I feel like if Dusty was still with us, I think Dusty would have gotten the opportunity.
It's funny in that WWE is a situation because Vince's past, where he's had a tenuous relationship with a certain individual or something, some things he did badly, and then someone maybe a month back or moved overboard. I mean, they could have been in a worse situation than they had, and they were able to go back, and thank God they did at that time because it was the last chance to get to see him and get that kind of award. But that's just the way things work in this business sometimes. Unless you're just a complete jerk, you don't go off everybody. You can
Mm-hmm.
see all sides of things. And I've been very lucky to leadership in this business. I can't think of any that I can't go back on, and I'm happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good thing. That's a good trait that Vince has. That he can be in a bad situation with someone later on and find a way to rectify that or make it good. That's the case with Jimmy. And, I mean, my God, Jimmy himself belongs in the Hall of Fame. Midnight Express, there's others out there better than him.
Well, if Demolition stay in the concussion lawsuit, then maybe Midnight will go in next year. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree completely, and I'll just say this about this year's class, that I feel like this year's class was the most deserving class of, like, in recent memory, because a lot of the people who got inducted deserved to be in there for a long time, including Rock and Roll, and especially Ravishing Rick Rude. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to see that they're getting that recognition, even if it's not in the main event part.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely. And actually, later today, I'm going to be doing a post on the legacy inductees for the website. So, anybody who's listening to this, check that out on the website or on Twitter, where the link will be. The other thing I wanted to, well, since we're talking about the Hall of Fame, I wanted to get your thoughts on not just Ravishing Rick Rude, but also, the on the day of the Hall of Fame, and, you know, with, his family there to accept the award, a lot of fans were saying that they were surprised that Rick Rude's son, never actually dipped his toe into professional wrestling.
Well, I'm not really familiar with that. In fact, I didn't even know Rick had a son, to be honest with you. It's a different business. If Jerry Further's still around, I'm sure a lot of sons and daughters will probably have followed the footsteps of their parents. These days, the chances of making it are much smaller as far as getting to the WWE, which is
Mm-hmm.
fewer places to make a living in the business, especially when you're starting out and building your career. I think that probably discourages a lot of the young guys that may have, had some kind of family history in the business, and may have followed their father or mother into it if they had more chance of building a career on that level until they could get to the main event part. I think that's part of it. And part of it is, they see the life and they don't have anything to do with it. It's not easy.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, the last question I had about WrestleMania was, the main event of WrestleMania, it seems like we saw the end of The Undertaker, as it seems like he wrestled his last match at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on, number one, if you think now would be the best time for Undertaker to retire, and if, if that's the best, if just one match and, no discussion until next year is the best way to see Undertaker off.
Well, the way they did it, at least from what I understand, hang him up. You have to scare him over the ring, I assume that means that's it. And, I kind of hope that is, because, you get to a point to where you just can't do it anymore. And, he's a proud guy, and he's delivered some of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history, and in fact, in wrestling history for that matter. I think he's probably, I don't know, I mean, he'd have to be, if he's not the top big guy in the business, and for a lot of reasons, just the in-ring stuff, just his influence and everything. So he deserves, I mean, he should be in the Hall of Fame next year if he's retired. And, he meant that much to the company and wrestling in general. I'm hoping that was the end of it. And the only bad part about it is, this is just my opinion. Because he had WrestleMania the second one in a row. And that would have been probably the ideal situation. They did what they did, and he did what he did, and he did the right thing. He passed it along, which is what I like to say for some guys in this business. I'm proud of him for that. He's had the kind of career that just kind of caps it off. He feels the right way. He feels the right way going out. That is going out, and I'm very happy and proud for him.
Now, if indeed this is the end of The Undertaker, what do you think the legacy of Mark Calloway is in the wrestling business?
Just that. I think he's. I hate to think this. For me, but
I completely agree with you, and I will also say that I've seen a lot of people, I've seen a lot of matches, and I've been a fan for almost 20 years, and The Undertaker is by far one of my top 5 favorite wrestlers ever. Now, the last question I have about The Undertaker is, even though he's with WWE, will the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in Wichita still, number one, be able to induct him and have him appear? And will they induct him next year if it is indeed that it is over for Mark?